So with over 15 million daily viewers, it would be an understatement for me to say that Twitch has massively impacted the gaming industry. The games that are popular, the streamers that are successful, the marketing, the gaming industry has been revolutionized. And that's not even mentioning how the platform has been pivotal in the development of esports. Today, there are game developers who heavily consider Twitch viewership in their design process. Games that have been made because of Twitch popularity and entire genres that thrive off of being in the Twitch limelight, which has led to two very important questions. What will viewers like to watch, and what will streamers like to play? Thanks to Twitch, the feedback that a game gets online has mattered more than ever. A good streamer can bring life into a game just by enjoying it. We've seen that in the past with how Summit1G popularized Sea of Thieves. And more recently, we've seen how Mizkif and Mitch Jones brought a level of interest to Mario 64 speedrunning that the game hadn't seen since 2012. So suffice to say, Twitch can very much make or break a game. But while that's interesting in and of itself, there's something that happened in 2020 that has never happened before. For the first time ever, the game that soared to the top of Twitch, ahead of all the action-packed and high-concept multiplayer titles on the platform, was chess.
Oh! Boom!
Regardless
Bing,
of how retarded
bang, no.
No matter how shitty
Bing,
life gets, your streams
bang,
being there consistently
checkmate!
helps me get through the day. xQcl.
I told y'all motherfuckers, man. I told you, man. I told.
Forbes magazine said in May of 2020 that they believe the pandemic caused a spike in chess interest, but I think they were wrong, because I believe that the sudden spike in chess interest came from two Twitch streamers that happened to start streaming together at the beginning of quarantine in America. GMHikaru and xQc. Hikaru is a chess grandmaster that famously earned that title at the age of 15, making him the youngest grandmaster in America at the time. He's a world-class player that later became known for playing chess online, and at around 30 years old, he began occasionally streaming on Twitch. By 2018, he'd begun growing into a modestly popular channel.
At 30 years old, he started streaming. I like the way they said 30. It's like, at 30. Like, the way they said that sounded so condescending. At 30. Like, that just sounded so condescending. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at this guy. Look at Levy. Oh my god. His hair is, shall we say, not so hot.
And by 2020, he was averaging around 1 to 2K viewers, which made him the most successful streamer playing chess on Twitch by far. But that wasn't enough to propel chess into the Twitch mainstream. Because today it only means so much to be a 2K Andy. No, that's where xQc comes in. xQc is one of the biggest personalities on the platform, and he started playing chess in early March of 2020, right around when Hikaru was hitting his stride. Now, you don't usually see popular streamers turning to chess, especially when their audience consists mostly of young teenagers. But xQc didn't care about any of that. He just wanted to play chess. Eventually, xQc's fans took notice of Hikaru's channel, because xQc was streaming in the chess section, and the next biggest streamer after him was Hikaru. The boost in viewership that the chess section begun to see, mixed with xQc fans watching Hikaru, led to Hikaru live reacting to xQc playing chess. Over time, this created a synergy of viewership between the two streamers, and eventually that led to them doing a crossover stream, where Hikaru would play chess with xQc and teach him how to be a better player.
That's called a wooden shield. It's the wooden shield. Look, bing, no, bing, bang.
Before I keep playing, I just want to say, however, you know, I in some ways, I think, you know, it's fitting that, you know, even though Byron's not here, this clip, this moment, I mean, outside of the critical moment in actual pogchamps, to me, this was the single greatest moment for chess on Twitch. So I think in many ways, it's fitting that Byron was a part of this.
Pow, bing, boom. Quad. That's the wooden shield. It's the wooden shield. It's the wooden shield.
These streams were huge, and it became the catalyst for the platform to just become infatuated with chess. Suddenly, big streamers were playing against each other, and a
Operation
ton of new
Nimrod
viewers grew to adore the game. And eventually, the first official PogChamps event was held, an online tournament in which Twitch streamers would
And before we keep going, you guys, of course, they're showing this moment naturally, but I want to say this, you guys, is because it's because of you, chat. You guys created PogChamps with the suggestions when the collab started happening. It was all because of chat. Chat came up with the idea, and that's what led to everything happening. So again, this was because of all of you guys.
compete against each other in chess. Online chess websites saw a massive boom in traffic and new memberships as the game continued to explode on Twitch. The chess community quickly took notice as people began discussing the sudden growth of their favorite game. Articles began recognizing the role of Twitch streams and YouTube videos in the growing attention for chess, and on August 27, 2020, Hikaru became one of the first chess players to ever sign with an esports organization when he was picked up by TSM.
TSM! 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 I think Chio is over at CLG. I know Botez has also been approached by various orgs, and just to see how chess has gone from something that I felt was very, very niche on Twitch to something so broad-based that you have organizations interested in us as streamers, as content creators, as chess players. It speaks volumes about how much chess has grown. I think it's fantastic. It's really great to see for everybody. I think Botez's offers. I hope that Levy in the future gets offers. At any rate, it's just been amazing to see the growth of chess.
What's so incredible about this happening is that for the first time ever, chess has found its way into the eyes of modern gamers. I can't remember a previous time in my life when chess was able to compete with the popularity of video games. Because of Twitch, new people got into chess that may otherwise never have tried it out. Even the way Twitch is structured helped facilitate how xQc's viewers found Hikaru. But in much the same way, this also never would have happened if it wasn't for the streamers themselves. Because at the end of the day, the popularity of chess was revitalized by Twitch streamers. Let's talk pop culture. There's a certain type of language that exists on Twitch. Like, you might hear someone saying,
PogChamp.
This Falco's a real Mistech Andy.
The platform has its own culture with a language that is built by its streamers and its viewers. Emotes and memes have become new additions to the Twitch viewers' lexicon. But what's interesting is when Twitch slang starts to spill over into the rest of culture. As esports and Twitch have grown, the rest of the world has been slowly getting exposed to Twitch and gaming language. I mean, I'm pretty sure that this didn't used to happen in mainstream media.
But at least for Twitch, they wanted to make sure that Trump is the same as Simplord69. Simplord69.
Now, language is what I would call a subtle influence that Twitch has had over pop culture. But just like how language has spilled over into the mainstream, Twitch culture has slowly been crossing over with the YouTube culture. In 2020, we've seen this more than ever. As the commentary community on YouTube has become more acquainted with the happenings of Twitch, a certain degree of animosity has risen. Criticisms from both sides on the conducts of the other, primarily occurring on social media platforms like Twitter. These are the growing pains of Twitch becoming more mainstream and thus exposed to a new set of critics. A clash of perspectives and culture that itself found its way into the public eye. So in some ways, Twitch culture is already becoming an important part of YouTube culture. But it doesn't stop there. We've seen how celebrities have adopted YouTube over the years, and I believe that eventually we'll see something similar with Twitch. There are already a handful of celebrities that have begun doing so, which means that they're engaging in the same kind of parasocial relationship that big streamers engage in with their audiences. Suddenly, the celebrity can interact with their fans in a way that they
Logic,
never
yes,
could
Logic
before,
is who
which
we need.
also
We need
means
Logic.
you get
That's
a
who we need to
better
play
idea
chess,
of
is
what they're
Logic.
like
Because
as
apparently he
a
likes
person.
chess.
Plus, who knows? Celebrities are coming from a totally different place than most streamers, so they could in turn have their own influence on Twitch. For example, German entertainer Nasi, who originally gained fame through television, held a 72-hour game show on Twitch, where contestants had cameras following their every move. It was like a TV show, but better because it was live. I feel that inevitably, if Twitch continues to grow and
True.
become more mainstream, we'll see more content like that. More big budget ideas that are catered to live audiences, and more brands and companies making their foray into live streaming. And personally, I have mixed feelings about that, because while I think the possibilities are cool, I usually prefer content that doesn't come from corporations. We're also beginning to see politicians use Twitch, whether it be to stream their rallies or to make guest appearances on others' streams. On September 7th, 2020, the streamer Brox, who is the most wholesome guy on Twitch,
Yeah, Brox is amazing. Amazing.
Like, you don't have to.
was visited by the Prime Minister of New Zealand.
Whoa.
I just probably gave everyone an extreme
Wow.
close-up.
I did not know that.
Step away from the camera. You actually really have to
Give
apply.
everyone a good view too.
No, don't give everyone a good view because it sounds like I'm doing it properly, and I am not.
Okay, chat. I'm going to have a photo.
Damn. Not bad.
Not only is this a historical event, but it perfectly demonstrates how even politicians see the utility in Twitch influence. And I gotta say, I kinda wanna move to New Zealand now. But as important
I mean, we
as
all wanna move to New
politicians
Zealand,
and celebrities
obviously.
are, let's get down to what people really wanna hear about. Memes. Now, there are obviously tons of Twitch memes, and every streamer probably has their own subset of community memes. I could spend a whole video listing them off, but I won't. Because to me, for a meme to be truly influential, it has to be everywhere. It's gotta be something big, which is why I want to talk about a very specific example that begins with a streamer named Forsen.
Okay, so we're
Forsen's
back
a
to the
funny
spot,
guy,
okay.
and so is his community, and over the years, they've contributed to many Twitch memes. Even the emote Forsen E was at one point the most used emote on the entire platform, but nothing quite compares to a certain meme that they started in 2016. See, back when Forsen streamed Hearthstone, his chat played a game called Daily Quest.
Daily Quest, get Forsen to click this link twice.
One of those quests was to get Forsen to open up an image
Oh
of
my
a
God.
Ugandan man named Pastor Lull. When they succeeded, the chat would spam, "We won," which eventually became, "We won, Zulo."
We won.
Because the man was Ugandan. Slowly, Ugandan memes started taking over his community, and like any good streamer, he played into it, which eventually led to them watching the Ugandan film Who Killed Captain Alex while on stream.
Ugandan get to Air Force. Man, the man is killing us, man.
Fast forward a few months, and Forsen switches from streaming Hearthstone to PUBG, and his fans aren't really that into it. His streams seem to be in a downward swing, and viewership starts to fall. But then, something happens. A well-organized army of stream snipers start targeting Forsen in PUBG, finding him in-game and using their proximity voice chat to be as noisy and annoying as possible.
Action is coming. Action is coming. Action is coming.
Eventually, this evolves from the stream sniper.
No, I know we saw this, but I'm just gonna play it straight through anyway. I know we saw this.
Killed Captain Alex through voice chat, and because of that, the stream sniper started gaining a reputation as the Ugandan warriors, which made the meme explode on Forsen's channel.
Welcome to Uganda! Welcome to Uganda! Welcome to Uganda! Welcome to Uganda!
It's so loud, man. Crazy.
Meanwhile, unrelated to Forsen, the game VR Chat was starting to pop off on Twitch. A game in which you socialize with other people and can make your character look like pretty much anything. For example, one mildly popular avatar at the time was this Sonic-style rendition of Knuckles. As the Ugandan warrior meme grew from Forsen's channel, it eventually spilled into other communities on Twitch, including the VR Chat community. And when those memes crossed over with the Knuckles avatar, the world was introduced to this.
I think you know the way. I just think pee-pee. What? He knows the way. This is the way, brothers.
For like an entire month, this meme was everywhere. But the crazy thing is that it only exists because of Forsen and his viewers. His community, through Twitch, left a historical mark on pop culture. For better or for worse, we wouldn't have Ugandan Knuckles if it wasn't for Forsen. And that speaks volumes about the reach that a Twitch streamer streamer can have over large groups of people. A small piece of modern history that was seen by millions of people all stems from one guy and one Twitch channel. If memes are the language of the internet, then money is the language of the world. When I say that Twitch has influenced the economy, that can mean multiple things. So I think a good starting point would be how in recent years, live streaming has become more of a mainstream career. Prior to 2018, the average person probably didn't know what Twitch was or think deeply about live streaming. But that all changed with one specific stream. When Ninja played Fortnite with Drake. That night was so relevant that it instantly made Twitch into a household name. Suddenly, streaming and esports were exposed to everybody, and in the coming years, their respective industries boomed. Today, there are streamers with massive audiences, and it's seen as a high-status career. And Twitch itself has grown dramatically, influencing the world of business. Like, take the subscription model that Twitch uses to support its content creators. A very different approach from websites like YouTube, which focus primarily on ad revenue and sponsorships. The idea that you could subscribe to your favorite content creator for a monthly fee was in part popularized by Twitch, and it has since been adopted by platforms like Patreon and OnlyFans. But on Twitch, streamers don't only make money from subscriptions, they make it from donations. Donations let the viewers communicate with the streamers. On many streams, they let viewers communicate with everybody, usually by putting some kind of public message on the screen. In fact, it's one of the main reasons that streamers make as much money off of donations as they do. A practice that was popularized by one of the platform's most legendary streamers, Rekful. That practice has since found its way onto other platforms like TikTok that have adopted their own live streaming features. On TikTok, public donations are built into the system. Viewers have the ability to send gifts of ranging values that all have a corresponding animation on the screen, sort of a corporatized version of what you see every day on Twitch. But TikTok isn't the only platform to adopt live streaming and include a donation feature, because as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, it has come up in the most unexpected of places. The online dating app Plenty of Fish.
Yeah. Hey, fly a jet and get charismatic wet. Hello, I'm right here. I've got access to a hose. I guess you could. You want a jet too? If they fly a jet on your side, you're gonna go get wet. I'm just saying, you're gonna get up out that comfortable little chair and go out there. Hello.
It's chilly out there. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
we doing anything for these diamonds nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Content creation is key word.
So what exactly is going on here? Plenty of Fish is what exactly is going on for many years, and for most of that time it was just a regular dating.
What is going on here?
To meet someone new. But in early of 2020, the Plenty of Fish team, after a merger with Meet Me, introduced a new feature, the live section. As I showed you earlier, the live section is a lot like Twitch. You have streamers with large audiences, a goal to entertain their viewers, and a donation system. Except the weird thing is, this is how Plenty of Fish advertises this feature.
Hey everyone, Kate and Stefan here from Plenty of Fish. We want to talk to you about Plenty of Fish Live.
Think of it as your very own online community where you can build new friendships and make real connections.
Yeah, you never know what other singles may be interacting and commenting in the live feed. Who knows? It could lead to a real-life date.
They make the claim that it's a tool for meeting new people and forming romantic connections, which is very misleading and almost sinister in nature. You have this platform full of attractive streamers, not unlike the just chatting section of Twitch. But because it's on a dating app, there is this built-in audience of lonely people who are looking to meet someone new. Parasocial relationships on Twitch already might obfuscate the potential for lonely people to make truly deep connections. So to put that dynamic on a dating app seems almost backwards. An app that was originally designed to bring people together is now pushing a rather large feature that distracts users from their original goal. It potentially bottlenecks lonely people into a system where they satiate their needs for intimacy with recognition from public figures. It's almost like going to a fancy restaurant for a nice meal but then filling up on too much bread instead. Or at least that's how it seemed to me. I spoke with one of the more popular streamers on the app, and he offered a very different perspective on the app's streaming features.
I think it's slightly different. I think initially the first thing that people go into when they first, because it is a dating app, that's what they're expecting. But once they kind of see what it's about, their mentality changes. And I think the dating part is a gateway, and that's maybe what people initially start off at, but then soon they kind of change their mentality, because if you're on the app for long enough, they forget that it's a dating app, and you'll ask, if somebody asks like, is this for dating, a lot of the people in my stream specifically, and you'll probably find that in other streams as well, they will probably say no, not really.
Do you think that there's any element of dishonesty in terms of, from the company's side, in terms of marketing themselves as purely a dating app to get people in the door, but then allowing them to discover it's something else?
Yes and no. I don't think it's necessarily dishonesty, because it's there, as in like it shows the dating aspect as well as.
Right.
But I also think that it's just them trying to push for extra.
Right.
Like I say, if they completely changed it to like
exactly what is he saying? What is he saying?
Pushed it as say dating, and there was no dating aspect whatsoever, and it was all streaming, then I think the dishonesty would be there. But the fact that they have both, and you can still connect with people, I think that is just an added bonus, really.
So it seems to work out that live streaming on Plenty of Fish is effectively its own separate thing, even though it's built into the app, which is kind of weird and doesn't excuse the false advertising from the company itself, but that's an issue with the company and not the streamers. The community on their platform is perfectly fine and generally positive, which is why so many viewers will buy gifts for their favorite streamers and make the app a lot of money, just like how Twitch viewers will donate to their favorite streamers. It's a business model that has proven itself to work, and for a good reason.
True.
If you've been paying attention, then you already know what I'm getting at. With each section that I've discussed, whether it be gaming, pop culture, or the economy, it pretty much always comes down to one thing. Streamers are the reason that Twitch can make or break a game, that Twitch can spread memes on a global level, and that other companies can succeed by copying what Twitch does. It's always come down to the influence of live streamers. And that raises an important question. What happens when a person online becomes so influential? I think that streamers on Twitch are an interesting case because of how strict the platform's rules are. As a Twitch streamer, it's often not a good idea to be discussing controversial topics, and it doesn't help that Twitch as a company has its own political bias thrown into the mix. Now that's definitely true of platforms like YouTube as well, but Twitch is more strict and is more willing to ban users for off-platform behavior, which could be a good thing because obviously you don't want someone influencing an audience with objectively negative ideals. However, it also means that Twitch might not want its streamers influencing their audiences in a way that they decided is not okay. And that can be problematic because not everything is black and white. So who is to say what is okay and what isn't on gray area issues? How do these rules affect a Twitch streamer's influence?
Interesting.
It also seems that more often than not, content creators who become popular are regarded as having a good moral compass or a healthy dose of common sense. And maybe that's because part of their influence is the wisdom and guidance they impart on their viewers. Many wholesome and valuable moments exist because of Twitch streamers, which makes it easier to put a lot of value into what they say and do. But nobody is perfect, even the people we most look up to. And that's something worth noting because so many viewers hang off of every word that their favorite streamers say, but I think we would all benefit from viewing them as regular people as opposed to putting them on a pedestal. You don't want to let your thoughts become a reflection of someone else's, because at the end of the day, the cultural influence of Twitch is really just the influence of Twitch streamers, their personalities, their interactions, and their opinions. So if you're someone that has spent countless hours of your life watching them, ask yourself, how has Twitch influenced you?
Wow, that was really good actually. That's a really good video. Wow, there's a lot of stuff that I could add for all of that. No, I've said it before. I'm not perfect, as you guys know. I've definitely said that many times. But again, I think the thing is, of course, the streamers, like we're all like in this together. Like we do have this community, and so I understand why people do pay attention. But I'm not perfect. I would be the first to say that I'm not perfect. But I do, of course, to stress this very clearly, when I say things, I do try to give like honest opinions of what I think about the things that I talk about. Instead of, you know, like sugarcoating or anything like that. So, I mean, you don't have to hang on every word, but I do keep that very much in mind when I say things, because I don't want people taking things the wrong way. So that was a really good video. Really, really good stuff. We want to hear you farting, yeah, so that you know I'm not perfect, right? But yeah.